Sadrichinam pratichinam Parayasyanupatam gataha Nadya pite nivartante Paschimayamini. The Shavalashvas took to the correct path, which is obtainable by a mode of life meant to achieve devotion service or the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like knights that have gone to the west, they have not returned even until now. So this is Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is little different from other Vedic literatures because Bhagavatam is recommending Nivritti Marga. Now Nivritti Marga is different in the sense that in this Marga we completely see two ways we can deal. Some child is addicted to watching movie. Pravitti Marga will be, Pravitti means his inclination. The Pravitti Marga will be, yes, you can watch movie because we cannot say no. Nowadays they have no courage to say no also. And then because they're just one or two child, we are dependent on them, affection. So then what happens? We say, yeah, you can watch movie. But before watching movie, you do something. You read that I am such a nonsense, I am going to waste my time, blah, blah, blah. This is nothing actually, it's just a drama. There is no reality in this movie. And by watching movie, I'll get attracted to so many sinful activities because generally all the movies promote sinful activities. Even hero does sinful activities. Villain does more, that's all. All are sinful. Okay? They'll eat meat, they will drink in the movie, they'll smoke. Heroes. And villain means like acute case of tamoguna. He will cut people, he will do that. So he reads all that and then he sits and watches the movie. Then what happens? After 1 day, 2 days, after reading that and then watching a movie, that also control, not more than half an hour or 2 hours. Slowly, he will come out of the foolishness. Okay? The same way, these rules of dharma, Pravitti Marga, you and me cannot create. It is not for a man to sit and create. It is given by the people who know the spiritual science, material science very clear. They know the science of psychology. They know the science of spiritual. They give a package by which even though a concession is given, it is given a restriction. So what happens? Person can gradually come out. The purpose of concession in any religion is actually to make him come out. So we have to understand in that way. Just like meat eating. When the concession is given, you can eat meat. But there is restriction. It should be done only on the Amavasya night. You cannot buy from the shop. You have to offer bali in the forest. You have to follow all these rules. But you do not follow the rules, then you have to face hell. And not only this life will also become hell. So it's our choice. It's very voluntary. We want to follow or not want to follow, it's our choice. Just like you are driving a car in the road. It's your choice. You follow, it is good for you. Don't follow, you will get a stick on your head. You don't have a choice. Some people feel, I have a choice to follow Gita or not to follow, sir. What are you speaking? Don't follow, face the music then. You have to correct. Do we have a choice? We don't have a choice. We have to follow. Human life means to follow because there is a freedom. Because there is freedom, there are guidelines and you follow. So most of the people are abominable, they are sinful. So therefore, they are given concession with restriction, that is dharma. That is the general dharma people know. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. The chatur purushartha, this is what people know. When they talk about dharma, it is also sense gratification given under restriction. Therefore, we reject this all the four. Normal people who follow the Vedas in India, they say this is life. This all four are sense gratification. Dharma means enjoy with restriction. Artha means when you are following some rules, regulation, within that you get some money. And then kama, enjoy again with the foundation of dharma, some rules and regulation for enjoyment. And then get moksha, liberated from this. You get sick of enjoying this world. That is what the general track people follow. We totally reject all the four. Why? We say, why? When it is wrong, why you want to enjoy anyway? Give it up, no. Switch off the TV, why you watch a movie? Give it up, over, no. But that requires little good association. That requires good determination. Finish it now, forget it. That is why Buddha came. When people started misusing, there is concession in the Vedas, you can eat meat, but under rules and regulations, sir. When people started misusing, then Buddha came, Ahimsa Parama Dharma. He said, please, we Veda. He said, stop, please. Stop. Don't touch the Vedic literature. Nindasi Veda. We don't want the Vedas now. First, let us understand the religion begins with that. Many people will go and talk to them. Please read Bhagavad. This much I follow. I try not to give pain to another person. Good. This is the foundation. So why you are eating animals then? Why you are lying? Why you are making a show? They don't want to give pain to another person. Okay? Therefore Buddha says, you have no shame. You are giving so much pain to a living entity just for your tongue. What kind of gentleman are you? So if somebody does that, then we don't want to talk, because Vedic literature at least should not be touched after that. Eat whatever you want to eat. Behave like an animal. Next life go and enter inside animal kingdom. But if you want to progress, you have to give up sinful activities. There is no question otherwise. We cannot even begin. So therefore, Nivritti Marga, Pravritti Marga are different. We are not going into Pravritti Marga. We say reject. Because you have a powerful process. What is the powerful process we have? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's a powerful process. Anybody adopts this process can come to Nivritti Marga. Otherwise, he cannot. He has to go through Pravritti only. Enjoy in a regulated way, but according to the codes of dharma. You cannot create dharma. Just like common man can use. You suppose go to shop, you see a cashier is there, he's pressing this button, he's pressing that button. What is happening? Bill is coming. Does he know how that is designed? He doesn't know. उसको मालूम है क्या? नहीं. उसको फॉलो करना आता है ना? इधर बटन दबाने का, इधर बटन दबाने का, इतना अमाउंट डालने का, बिल आ गया. But does he know? So everybody cannot make packages. He has to follow. So many people today are making khichdi. I always say again and again, on what authorities are you doing that? किसने आपको दिया है अधिकारी करने का? किसने सर्टिफाई किया आप बना सकते हैं? जैसे big companies they have, civil वाले लोग हैं अभी. When you do a construction, you have to get it from civil engineer signature or not? Certified civil engineer. Construction will be allowed. License मिलेगा अगर engineer sign नहीं किया? नहीं मिलेगा. Corporation first will say, please show me which engineer has studied this project. Otherwise, they will not give license. So similarly, you can make any package. So what is the authority? Who has certified you? Who has certified you to make a package? People simply, everybody, forget about there and within some package, they make some khichdi. And Kali Yuga is the age of cheating. They become popular also. Mostly cheating. Don't want to name. Mostly cheating. In the name of religion. Religion means a package. What authority you have, what training you have, what qualification you have? Nothing. Simply sit, make one packet. Chant this mantra, do this meditation, do this pranayama, one package. What authority, sir? You know, no authority to do it. Therefore, in the Vedas, Krishna is guided. Actually, Bhagavad Gita you read, everything is very, very clear, provided you want to follow. Now, you want to make hodgepodge, we cannot help you. But you want guidance, you want to be safe, Bhagavad Gita says very clearly. What is that? Evam parampara praptam imam rajashayo vidu. This knowledge has to be taken in parampara. Very simple to understand. Just like you have an engineering degree in parampara. Some teacher taught you, that was taught by another teacher. Some system has to be there. Everybody cannot jump in and say, yeah, forget about creating a system of religion. They say, I am God also. Itna to chhod do. 15-20 डिसाइबल बन गए, पीपल डिक्लेयर आई एम गॉड. आश्रम खोला, कुछ किया, अपना एक नया पैकेज बनाया, 10-15 लोग अब बेवकूफ़ बन गए, मैं भगवान हूँ बस. अब फिर लोग ना, देयर वाज वन पर्सन इन Mysore, I think, he used to walk on cake that become prasadam. Then used to take bath on one pond, that become tirtha. मतलब ऐसा. And what is the person from ordinary? Don't know to name him. इतना cheating चल रहा है कि, and we don't understand how foolish people are. Sometimes we see them academically very advanced. They may be super specialist doctors, they may be top engineers, Nobel laureate, but spiritually they show total foolishness. Now, many times you get really surprised. The person should be very, just like we are rigorous in material side. Aren't we rigorous? Anything we see what is the evidence, what are the facts, and then we proceed. Why aren't we rigorous on spiritual side? Say, take an example, somebody is marrying his daughter. How much he will check? You will check or not? 10 times, because whole life will be spoiled. You will check. What is the boy? Is he taking drugs? Is he drinking? Because you will get a shock of your life. If suppose that person spoils a life and the marriage is divorced, so many things happen we hear. You will check or not? Because you are serious about the life of your daughter. So if you are serious about your spiritual life at all, you will be very rigorous. People are not. Spiritual life is some kind of fashion. Add कर दो एक. मतलब लोगों को दिखाने के लिए, अपने प्रैक्टिस के लिए नहीं, लोगों को बताने के लिए. क्या मैं उधर जाता हूँ, एक कोई आश्रम पॉपुलर हो गया, मैं उधर जाता हूँ और सबके सामने स्वामी एक गार्लैंड दे दें, वो तो और हो गया बड़ा बड़ा सबके उधर. Cheater and the cheated. He will encourage him, he will encourage him. It's all adambara. This is all cheating. So Bhagavatam is not for that. Now Narad Muni has come to talk to sons of Daksha. There is no cheating going on here. And Bhagavatam now mentioning his merciful glance does not go in vain. Again you see how much cheating. Narada, if you read Bhagavatam, is a topmost saint. Prabhupada says there is no comparison for him. He is unique in his own way. उनका कोई comparison नहीं ले सकते. So unique, Narada. And how do they present in movies? Some politician kind. Yeah. Some political party was also saying, don't behave like Narada. Some party said that this party is divided. Nobody follows the leadership. So don't behave like Narada. You are trying to create rift within our party. Like that. They think Narada is such a chief. Narada is so exalted. If you can get glance of Narada, when they were Nalakuvera and Managriva, there were two brothers, sons of Kuvera, and they became degraded very badly, even though they are sons of the Devatas. Kuvera is the treasurer of the Devatas. He has a executive post, big post. And his sons, because of so much opulence, became degraded. And they were drunk and they were naked in water, playing with girls. Just like we see also. Little money they get, so many youngsters get degraded. Then what happened? Narada happened to pass to that place. So immediately the girls, when they saw Narada, they dressed themselves and they ran. But these two sons were so drunk, they were standing naked in front of Narada. Narada felt very, very upset how they are misusing their position, and he gave shrapa to them. Become trees. But Narada, when he gives shrapa, there is also ashirvada, because he cannot wish bad. His heart is only good for people. Why you are standing naked? Nowadays it becoming a fashion all around the world. Naked restaurants, naked clubs. People want naked. Very good. Tree life is very good for you. Stand naked. Nobody will protest. होता ना, पेड़ नंगा खड़ा रहता है, खड़े रहो, अरे मजे. इन लोगों के लिए एक ही अगले जीवन क्या है? पेड़ का जीवन. So what happened? Narada saw, he said, Shrapa, go, become trees. Where? In the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. When Krishna comes, he will bless you. That's what happened. Krishna pulled the two trees and they broke and they got relief from the curse. And they offered prayers to Krishna. And they got, Krishna said, don't worry, go back to your heavenly abode. This is your last birth. You will come back to the spiritual world. You see that, like that, Narada's activity always are exemplary. He was the one who protected Prahlad Maharaj when he was in the womb of his mother, Kayadu, when he was born as a son of Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad Maharaj. And then when Kayadu came to his ashram for protection, because Devatas were after the child, they were very worried that this will be another Hiranyakashipu. What happens at that time? So Kayadu requests Narada, give me shelter. He said, come. So in the ashram she was sitting, and Narada will be whole day preaching. That is his business. Blissfully preaching. You want to be a good preacher, you should pray to Narada. Blissfully preaching whole day. And the Kayadu will be worried, what will happen to the child? She asked Narada, give me Ashirvada, that my child will not be born before Hiranyakashipu comes. He said, granted, tathastu. Very powerful. He has all the powers he wants. But he doesn't. Devotee doesn't want any power, but actually he has all the powers. Then what happens next is that the Kayadu was more worried about the child's safety and the husband's safety. So she was not so attentive. But Prahlad was drinking the pleasure of Krishna consciousness coming from the lotus mouth of Narada. And Narad Muni becomes his real guru. The another instance in Bhagavatam is about Dhruva. Dhruva Maharaj, what happens is that Dhruva Maharaj is very upset with his father because father has insulted him. His mother, stepmother insulted him, and father remains silent. He wanted to sit on the lap of his father like his other brother Uttama. So he became very hurt, and on the guidance of his mother, he came to look for Vishnu for a solution to this problem. He was very upset and he was crying. His mother said, no use of crying. Better we go to Vishnu. He is going to solve the problem. Then what happened? When he came to the forest to look for Vishnu, Guru has to come. If you are searching for Krishna, Guru will come. So Narada came and Narada guided. The Narada gave him clear guidance that you chant this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, Satyuga mantra. Just like Hare Krishna mantra is Kalyuga mantra. In fact, Bhagavatam Dwapara mantra is also there. There are specific mantra which is for that age, for deliverance. So then he chanted that mantra and he saw the Lord within 6 months. Again, Narada is, you see, so successful. The another story of Narada being successful is of Chitraketu. Chitraketu was a king whom Narada instructed. In fact, he had a desire to have a child, and he got a child through one sage. And when he got the child of the other queens, the benediction was like this. The sage did some yagna, and from that he gets some prasadam, yagna prasada, and he told the king, Chitraketu, you give it to one of the wife you want, and she will be pregnant very soon. She will be able to bear a child. She will get blessings to have a child from you. Take care. So he selected he had large number of queens. He selected one of his queens and he gave. And after some time, she became pregnant and they had a child. Now all of the queens became very upset. And what did they do? Because they were getting neglected. Now he was only going to that queen only who had the child. They poisoned the child and killed him. Harsha Shoka. Therefore the name of the child was Harsha Shoka. And then Chitraketu was crying like with mouth open. And at this moment Narada came down with that sage. And he started, I think the sage was Angira. And he started instructing Chitraketu. Chitraketu, after hearing the words of Narada, was coming to some sanity. And then now Narada, just to further instruct him, look how powerful it is. The child, which was named Harsha Shoka, made him alive again. And everybody is shocked in the palace. All the queens, everybody. The child is back. He's, even in a small cradle, he sits up again. And he says, my dear great sage Narada, why did you call him back again? I was going by my karma into another body. And when father hears this, they all shout, father, mother, my dear son, Harsha Shoka. So he said, which father and mother they are? I had so many fathers, mothers and so many births. Which one are they? That happens. And then Chitraketu fully becomes self-realized. He becomes very detached and understanding. And he takes shelter of Narada after this incident. And then by the blessing of Narada and following the guidance of Narada, he has a darshan of the Lord, Sankarshana, very soon. So another instance of Narada is so successful. And then another instance in Bhagavatam, Narada is successful is Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa was so frustrated After even writing all the Vedic literature, he wrote the Vedanta Sutras, he wrote the 4 Vedas, he wrote Puranas, he wrote Mahabharata. So much compilation, so much work done by Vedavyasa, he was not satisfied. Then who came? His guru. Who's guru of Vedavyasa? Narada. He's not a politician, Baba. He's a guru of the person who wrote all the Vedas. He's an exemplary person, directly son of Brahma. Devarshi Narada. He is a sage among all the Devatas. He's a guru of practically all the Devatas take instructions from him. What people have created. Half knowledge, that's all. So Narada instructs Vedavyasa that, okay, you have done something, but you have neglected to glorify the Lord properly. Therefore you are frustrated. Now you further sit for self-realization. He orders Vedavyasa. Imagine, a devotee is ordering God. Vedavyasa is the incarnation of God. He orders Vedavyasa, sit again for self-realization. And in your maturity, write the total glorification of the Lord. And that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Vedavyasa again sits for meditation. Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranihite amale apashyat purusham purna mayata tapashayam yada sammohito jiva atmanam trigunatmakam. Like that it goes on. That he sits down for meditation and he has total darshan of the Lord. And he writes Srimad Bhagavata in his total maturity. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam, which we are discussing now, is the highest Vedic literature. There is no comparison. It is given by Vedavyasa in his maturity. Other Vedic literature, he has promoted what I discussed in the beginning, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But Bhagavatam promotes Prema Pumarto Mahan, which is much higher. These are all sense gratification only. In Bhagavatam, he does not recommend controlled sense gratification. Bhagavatam is Vairagya Vidya, Nija Bhakti Yoga, just like Narada now. Bhagavatam is proving to be a different Vedic literature. Other Vedic literature will not be able to understand this. What is Narada saying? Vairagya Vidya. कहाँ जा रहे हो भाई? अभी शादी करोगे, फिर बच्चे पैदा करोगे, वो बच्चे पैदा करेंगे, कहाँ फंस रहे हो? निकलो. वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थ में का पुरुषा पुराणा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपा मुदी यस्त अहम प्रपद्ये. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prayer. Vairagya Vidya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also gave Vairagya Vidya. But the power to do Vairagya, understanding to Vairagya is not possible for everybody. Most of the people, societies, they are animals. They don't even follow anything. Better than these animals and these concocted religions which are very popular today. Kali Yuga is the age of concocted religions. Most of them don't even have a guru. Most of them don't follow any sampradaya. They just concoct and create some process. That is most of the people. They're animals. Above them is people who follow some dharma as per the acharyas. Few. That is mostly also remaining community based. Not there is no preaching actually. Some. Then above that is actually Nivritti Marga. Nivritta Tarshai Upigiyamana Bhavaushadi Shoto Bhopi Rama Kautama Shloka Gunanavada Vina Pashugnan. He says that the person who takes a Nivritti Marga, why? He can really drink the nectar of Krishna consciousness. He become entitled to that. Because so therefore Narad Muni has given the Nivritti Marga here. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.